Good morning, everyone. If you happen to be with me right now, this is kind of the setup tech time. So I'm just set up. You can join me. If you're checking this video out posted later, it's really going to just be trimmed off, trimmed like my beard, so I can make silly jokes and irrelevant comments at this point. Hopefully not too many people are tuned in. We have 2 people tuned in. So yeah, I'm just going to set up, check in the audio. Are people hearing me? Let's check. You got audio. Look, I can see myself from the past. Therefore, I'm in the future observing myself in the past. I want to hear myself from the past. I have a squeakier, higher voice. Okay, enough playing around. Let's set up the camera today. Move forward on the car. Oh my God. It's been some crazy winds. We don't want winds to knock things down too much here. Setting up the Zoom. We got 4 people today. We're going to start class soon. Just about 1 minute. Oh, it's humid today. Yeah, forget us. I have a feeling today is going to be very sweaty. It's very humid already. We're on the edge of rainy season, and it's really starting to feel like that season is about to come. No drummers today. Let me do one more time and then we'll start class. All right. Welcome everyone. Today's class we're going to start in a standing position. And let's start with the feet about hip width apart, and you can rock back and forth and connect the feet. Bring our hands to a prayer position. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to take stock, to notice how the mind and the body is feeling today. Deepening your breath. Inhabit the breath. And when you notice you're chasing a thought, just come back to the breath, to extending the breath, to feeling the breath. And before we start class today, I would like to make this class a dedication. So a dedication to someone you love, someone who's maybe going through some challenging times or anxiety or stress, and just sending them a little sense of peace or calm, even if it doesn't actually happen. Let's just use this metaphor to generate some inner peace so that when we interact with these people that we're kinder, more grounded. 3 breaths to the heart, coming to the bottom of your exhale, and together we inhale. Again, exhaling everything. Together we inhale, feel the chest rise, and exhale. One more like this. Inhale, Feel the chest rise. And exhale. Inhale, slowly open the eyes, allowing the light to filter in. And again, we'll drop the arms, shifting the weight a little bit from side to side. We want the arms to be completely soft, floppy. If you've ever fallen asleep on your arm and woken up and had that kind of dead arm, that's the quality you want. This movement is coming from the sternum of the chest. So we're starting to turn side to side. A little bend to the knees as you do this. Again, floppy, released arms. Keep your nose in line with your chest. If there's a small tree behind you like mine, you may need to clear some space. Allow the arms to move. And again, once we start to do this, sometimes we start to straighten the legs. Make sure there's a little sponginess or bend to the knees. As the hands flop around, you can see it's striking my low back. And this action is more happening from the chest, not so much by driving the arms. And let's settle back into a deep breath with this movement. Do this for about 6 more breaths. So notice if the mind is telling you that you're really good at this today, or that you don't know what is going on, or you don't understand it, or it feels confusing. All of these are options and valid for the experience. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Your body doesn't have to be a certain way, although we want it to be. Keep breathing. And then we'll start to let it slow down. Turn our palms forward. Root down firmly through the feet. Close your eyes again. Pull the head back so it's more in line with the spine. Breathing into the chest, keeping the belly still as you can. We'll weave the fingers. Exhale, push out through the palms. Inhale, arms float up to the sky. Straightening the arms as much as you can. Push down into the heels. Send the tail forward a little bit. Pull the low ribs in. With the arms extended, it's easier to feel the lungs moving. We'll try to keep the hips as stable as we can, so we're not moving them. Exhale, moving the chest, just the upper body, the torso to the right. You might not twist as much as you want. Twisting. Draw the left hip back, 3 more breaths. Inhale, we'll come back to center, lengthen up, push down through the heels, pull the low ribs in, and then exhale, we're twisting to the next side. It doesn't always have to be the big postures to generate heat. So you can generate heat in this posture, for example, drawing the right hip back, right shoulder forward. And inhale back to center, lengthen up, and exhale, now we're leaning to the right. Still not expecting a lot of the body. Might not be warm just yet. And inhale to center. Exhale to the next side. You might feel the arms burning. Breathe. Get to show off my belly today. And inhale back to center. Exhale, we're bringing the arms by our side to more of a T position. Pull the fingertips back, flexing the hands, and then draw the hands slightly behind the shoulders. Try not to drop the arms. Keep them same height as the shoulders. Pull the lower ribs in. Tail still tends to send me down. And exhale, release. And roll those shoulders. The word Vinyasa, you might hear this in the yoga community. Vinyasa means synchronizing breath with movement. So we're going to try to do this throughout our practice. And this is another aspect of mindfulness, or a tool of mindfulness. So we'll come to the front of our mats. Big toes together. And inhale, arms float up. Bend the knees, exhale, fold forward. Inhale the flat back. And let's stay in this position. So if this is difficult, hands to come further high, up the legs. Or even come to fingertips, pull the belly up. Knees. And exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms and chest come back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do two more half sun salutations. Inhale, arms float up. You can explore a little back bend here, but keep drawing the low belly in. And then bend your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, hands on your shins, straightening the legs. And exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms, chest come up. And exhale, hands, heart center. Really focus on breath. So you're inhaling. Keep inhaling, keep inhaling. Inhale some more. Inhale, arms float up. Inhale. And then bend the knees. Exhale, fold and fold. Slow exhale, exhale. Inhale, the flat back, lengthen spine and legs. And exhale, and fold and fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms and chest come up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. So let's add on to this. Inhale, arms float up. Push down to the heels. Keep the arms. And the knees, exhale, fold and fold. Inhale, the flat back. Exhale, palms flat. We'll step back to high plank. If you need to, please drop your knees here. Two more breaths. So next inhale, dropping the knees. Exhale, lower down slowly. We'll do 5 cobras without pushing on the hands. Inhale, you're lifting the chest. Keep the chin tucked in. And exhale, lowering yourself back down. Inhale again, lifting. And exhale down. Inhale, you're lifting. Keep the chin tucked in. And exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And sequencing through the knees, lifting our hips to our first down dog. Let's keep the knees bent in our down dog. Reaching the bum to the sky. And exhale, look forward. Inhale, walk the feet to your hands. Draw the hands up the shins. And exhale, pull forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms and chest come up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. So wearing this shirt is a little more humbling because it shows off my belly, but it also gives me the reminder, because when my shirt lifts, I feel a cool breeze, that we're drawing this belly in. And this is called the Uddiyana Bandha in the practice, drawing in the navel towards the spine. We're also engaging the pelvic floor. So the muscle you would use to stop urination is that these 2 points are trying to connect with one another. So with that in mind, let's do another 2 sun salutations. Nice and slow. Inhale, arms float up, pull the belly in. A little back bend if you want. And then bending the knees, exhale, pull forward. Inhale, the flat back, hands on the shins. Some of you might be going on the fingertips on the mat. Exhale, bend the knees, palms flat. Sit back. We inhale in high plank. Option to drop the knees for the transition. Exhale, you're lowering down slowly. Inhale, let's come back to Cobra. Knees lifted, chest lifted, chin tucked in. Exhale to down dog. I like to sequence through my knee to get to down dog with my knees bent. Spreading the fingers, connect the base of the posture to the top. So I'm rooting my hands in and digging my toes in a little bit. Maybe melting the heels down, but trying to keep those knees bent. There's that wind. We've had some strong wind lately. 2 more breaths. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, holding forward, release your head. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms, chest come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. I'm just going to call the breath. If you get confused, you can watch what I'm doing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra still. And exhale. And still a little bend to those knees and down dog. Reach your tail upwards. Spread the shoulders without moving the hands. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms, chest come up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Step your feet hip width apart. Inhale, arms float up. We'll catch the left wrist with right hand. And exhale, lean to your right. Pull the top arm with the bottom arm. With the inhale, look up to the sky. And exhale, we'll look down to the ground. 3 more like that. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to center. I think I was letting go of my chords. Keep it engaged. So changing hands. I'm catching my right wrist with the left hand. And exhale, leaning to the left. Take an inhale, look up. And exhale, look me down. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Feel the breath moving the body. Inhale, you're coming back up. Exhale, let's bring our hands to our low back. Fingertips facing down. Inhale, tail forward, pulling the low ribs in. Inhale, lifting chest, chin, chest tucked in. Holding for 3 breaths. And inhale, coming back up. We'll come to the front of our mat again. Big toes touching, just slightly apart. Take a good inhale. Exhale, sit yourself down. Squeeze the hips. Inhale, arms float up. We'll move the arms with the breath today. Exhale, hands come behind the low back. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, hands behind the low back. 3 more. And noticing, we're all going to be different, but noticing, are you going much faster in rhythm with breath than I am? Noticing, can you hear the parrots in my garden? Can you hear the Venezuelans? Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the low back. Weave the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest. Mucho loros, lots of parrots. Exhale, folding forward. Lift the arms. Inhale, bend your knees. Release the hands to the ground. Exhale, stepping back to high plank. Let's hold plank for 5 breaths. You can drop the knees or come to your forearms if needed. Good. Inhale. Option to drop knees. Exhale, lowering down. And we're coming into cobra, this up dog. Inhale, arms straight, legs lifted. If that's too much for the body, stay with cobra, arms bent. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg dips into the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend that leg back up. Moving slowly, exhale, knee to nose. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, spread the fingers, palms flat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, right foot steps forward, back heel stays lifted. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis forward. Keeping that pelvic tilt push up to the heel. Inhale, arms float up. Crescent lunge. Pressing the palms. Keep the low ribs pulling in. If it's okay on the neck, look up to the thumb. If it feels better to look forward, you can. And let's all draw the shoulders, arms back without moving the ribs at all. Two more breaths. And exhale, hands come down to the ground, front foot steps back, inhale, high plank. And exhale, lower down, option drop knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra, pull the chest forward. And exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extending, continue. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale. 2 more. Now we extend. Exhale, step the left foot forward. For some of us, getting this foot forward is hard, so you can catch the ankle to pull it up, or even come to standing and step the foot forward. Inhale, we're lifting the chest, hands to our hips. Bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis forward, keeping that pelvic tilt, push out through the heel. Inhale, arms float up to the side. Press the palms without weaving the fingers. If you want to look up to the thumbs, you can. And exhale, hands come down to the ground. Front foot steps back. Inhale, high plank, cycling to a vinyasa. Option to drop knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to down dog, hips to the sky. Breathe. I'm starting to straighten my legs here, melting the heels down. If you can, establish that curve to the low back by reaching the tail upwards. And then exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step your feet to your hands. Exhale, folding forward, release the head. Bend your knees, sit yourself down. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, coming to standing. Let's keep cycling or moving. Inhale, cycling the breath. Exhale, sit yourself down. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, the flat back. Exhale, palms flat, step back, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. There's this action of almost pulling yourself forward, so hands really pushing in. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. We're coming to warrior one this time. Exhale, right foot steps forward. A wide step, so as wide as the hips, drop the back heel, pivoting the foot. Inhale, arms float up. We'll stay for 5 breaths, pressing the palms without weaving the thumbs. Drive this left hip forward by pushing down to the back foot. Moving with the breath, with your exhale, both hands come down to the ground, front foot steps back. Inhale, high plank. Should you drop the knees, exhale, you're lowering yourself down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps forward, and you can give yourself that advantage by catching the ankle to pull it up. That's easier. Drop the back heel to the mat, feet as wide as the hips. Inhale, arms float up. Draw the right hip forward. Press the palms. And exhale, both hands come down to the ground, front foot steps back. We're gonna lower down and rest on our belly this time. Big inhale. Option to drop knees, exhale, lower down. Weave the fingers together behind your back, palms together. Inhale, lifting chest and legs. Keep the chin tucked in. We're holding for 5 smooth breaths. Pulling the belly up, contracting the pelvic floor. Mucho ruido. And exhale, lower down, turn your head to one side. Relax, détendez, relajar. Respira, respire, breathe. We've got 4 more of these today. I know, I'm sorry. 4 more. Here we go. Weave the fingers. Inhale, lifting chest and leg. Breathe. And exhale, lower down. This time, turn your head in the next direction. Hopefully, you're sweating like me. All right, these next 3, I'm going to extend my arms forward. If that's too much for your body, you can keep the hands behind you still. Extending the arms. Inhale, lifting chest and legs. Keep the chin tucked in. 5 breaths. And exhale, lower down. Let's turn our head to the first side. Two more. Here we go. Inhale, lifting chest and legs. 5 smooth breaths. And exhale, lower down. Turn your head in the next direction. We got 1 more. Maybe you're starting to really feel the muscles we're targeting, which is the low back. Last one. Here we go. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders. We'll shift back to knees together. Tops of the feet on the mat. Stretching out the low back. Drop the head. Breathe. We'll make our way back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the hips. And then let's really straighten the legs now. Push the heels down. Spread the shoulders. Starting to press the thighs back. Yeah, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, walk the feet to your hands. Inhale the flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. And the knees sit yourself down. Inhale, arms float up. And we're twisting now. Bring the left elbow to right knee. Or the top shoulder back. Let's look down at the knees and draw the left knee back so that the knees are even. Looking like some rain might be coming. If that's the case, maybe a shorter session today. 2 more breaths. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the next side. And inhale back to center. Exhale, coming to center. All right. See if we get a few more postures. If it does start to rain, I might have to move underneath my porch. We'll see. I was talking about rainiest season earlier. So we'll step the right foot back, coming into a triangle pose. So, and this one, the heels are in line. Feet are about the distance of a leg. Inhale, arms float up. Keeping your legs straight. Exhale, you're reaching forward. And then hand to shin, right arm up to the sky. Keeping a lot of the weight in the legs and not so much in this hand. With our exhale, we'll drop that right arm parallel to the ground. 3 more breaths. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. We'll pivot on the heels to face the next way. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, reaching towards the right leg, right hand comes to the leg, left arm up. Make sure you're not falling all the way down. Want the torso a little bit more parallel to the ground. With an exhale, drop the top arm parallel. 3 more breaths here. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. Very good. We'll turn the heels in, toes out, goddess pose. Exhale, you're bending your knees and sitting low. Send the tail forward. Feeling strong, arms to come up. We're going to revisit triangle pose today. With your exhale, straightening the legs. We'll turn the left foot out, inhale, arms float up. And exhale, left hand comes back to the shin. Now this one, you can keep the arm extended. Or with an exhale, bring the hand to your low back. Or all the way around and potentially catching the inside of the thigh. If you're close but can't reach, the hand should stay in your back or tuck it into your pants. Roll the top shoulder back and look up to the sky in this one. 4 more breaths. And inhale, extend the right arm back up. Exhale, coming back to center, changing the feet to the next direction. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, right hand to the shin, left arm to stay extended. Or bring the hand to your low back or to the inside of the thigh. Roll the top shoulder back. Let's look up to the sky and breathe. 5 breaths here. engage your belly. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Turn your heels in, toes out. And exhale, sit. Hands stay on the hips or bring the arms up. And exhale, coming to standing. We'll turn the toes forward. And inhale, step your feet. All right. We're going to look at extended side angle. Inhale, you're lifting your right leg. Just find a moment of floating. And exhale, step the right foot back. This time it's a longer stance, heels in one line. And we'll start with warrior two to get in this. So extending the arms. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, left forearm on thigh. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, extend a little higher. And then exhale, reach the hand over. Again, we're not drooping. We're extending out to create that line from the fingertips to the back toe. If you want to make this more strengthening posture for the last 3 breaths, we're extending the bottom arm parallel. And inhale, making your way back to warrior two. Exhale, we'll pivot on the feet to the next direction, bending into the right. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh. Inhale, left arm reaches up to that rain cloud that's appearing. And exhale, bring the left arm over. Strong legs. Again, if your belly's showing off, pull it in. 3 more breaths, extending the bottom arm as an option. And inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten that leg. We'll turn the feet forward. And exhale, step your feet to the front. Very good. So for our balancing pose today, we'll stick with tree pose. Moving down to your right foot, left foot, first variation, heel on ankle, foot on calf, or foot on thigh. Open the knee, balance out the hips, hands to prayer. Look down through the heels, through the toes, pull the low ribs in, and then extend the arms without lifting the ribs. And bring the gaze up, the shoulders down. Four more breaths here. Feel your balance or feel your wobbliness today, whatever it is. Just notice, work with it rather than impose what you want it to be. With our exhale, hands come to our hips. Inhale, swing the knee forward, working our core. My exhale, extending the leg, pointing the toe. 3 breaths here. And exhale, lower down. We'll shift back and forth, feeling the weight in the left foot. Right foot, first variation, heel on ankle, foot on calf, or foot on thigh. Really feeling the foot if you can. Create more balance, looking at one spot, or extending the arms upwards without moving the rib cage. You can bring the gaze upwards. And hands to hips. Swing the knee forward. Take a good inhale. Woo. And exhale, we're extending out through the leg. Pointing for 3, 2, and 1. Not an excuse, but I am studying the storm clouds that are rolling in. See how far we can get before the rain really starts. Step the feet a little wider. And then hands to the ground. Sit low. To work the thighs, the inner and outer thighs, abductor, adductors. We'll bring our hands to prayer. If that's hard, hands can stay on the ground. And then squeeze the knees inwards as we push out with the elbows. I'm not using all my strength, but I am getting a little shake happening. More breaths. We're going to do kind of the opposite. So bringing the hands to the outside and squeezing the knees outwards as the hands push in. Very good. We'll do that one more time. Push the knees inwards, send the elbows outwards. And switching hands to the outside, push the knees out as the hands pull in. So I thought we could look at crow pose today, which is kind of one of the first arm balances to start to play with. I don't expect people to get into it. I'll show you 2 different options. I'll show you the simplest option, the safest option, and it's just really working the core, which is crow on your back. That looks like this. Arms extended, and then you're trying to place the knees to the back of the arm. I'm just holding it there. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Try a few of those, or I'll give you a little bit of a twisted look, twisted angle. So I want to place the knees to the back of the arms, not to the outside. I'm squeezing into the back if I can, which could be a flexibility issue. You walk the feet as close as you can and bring your knees to the back of the arms. And then you're tipping forward. That may be all you really want to deal with today, and just digging your fingertips in. Or if it feels stable, you can try slowly lifting one heel towards the bum and down, and the next heel towards the bum and down. And you can take a break and try it again. Again, maybe on your back, turn your knees in. If you want to try full crow, please don't just pull the heels up and expect you to magically find the balance. Feel the balance first, then slowly draw the heels up. So look a bit like this, and really feel the fingers digging in, pushing the knees to the back, and then slowly drawing the heels up. Just shake your back, okay, breathing. And slowly coming back down. Oof, very good. And let's all come to a seated position. Extending your legs. We'll place the left ankle on right knee, coming into a seated pigeon. Bending the knee. You can shift the hips forward to deepen the stretch and lifting the chest. For those who wish to go deeper, you can cradle the leg, lifting the low back. Let's place the ankle back on the knee if it's lifted, and then extend the leg, placing the foot to the outside of the knee. Inhale, sit up tall, left hand behind you. And exhale, we're twisting, either hugging the knee, elbow to the outside of the knee is an option as well. Some could even go for a bind. My body doesn't want to do that today. Looking behind you, breathe. down at the center. We'll extend both legs and change sides. We're placing our right ankle to our left knee and then bending the left leg. Lift the low back, lift the chest. Again, you can deepen this by shifting hips, keep lifting the chest. You may want to cradle the leg. If the leg is not on the knee, then place it back there. We're extending the left leg, placing the foot to the outside. The left leg, right hand behind you, and now sit up tall. Twisting, hugging the knee, elbow to the outside. Look behind us and breathe. And inhale, coming back to center. We're going to do a little back bend before we start to really finish our practice. So this is half hero's pose. Here again, I'll give you a few variations. So the first variation would be bending the knee, rolling the calf out of the way. Do the top of the foot on the mat or foot turned out. Please listen to the knee. If any complains, then you stop. So that's what I would suggest. If you know that's too much for your body, then you could also lay on your belly and draw the foot towards your bum. If you have a strap and you can't grab the foot, you could use that to pull that towards you. And it's raining a little bit, so I am going to move this computer. So it's nice to have some rain because it is also something that I don't want on my electronics. So from this angle, we're on the right side, rolling the calf. Humans are kind of waterproof. I can get a bit wet. I'm going to pick up my hip, tuck the pelvis forward, and place the hips back down, and then start to bring myself back. Now again, if this is too much, you can do the version on your belly, drawing the foot towards you. Maybe you can rest on the forearms. If you're following in the back and kind of popping out the belly, try to reverse that, tuck the pelvis forward. You may find you have full range where you can lay yourself down, but if the knee is lifting, that means you've gone too far. And we'll use the hands and inhale, bring yourself back up. We'll keep the legs as they are. If you're on your belly still, you can stay there. If your legs are like this, then exhale, we're walking the hands forward and folding forward. And inhale, bring yourself back up. We'll roll to the side and extend both legs. If you're on your belly, we're switching sides. So if you're in the seated position, roll to your right and bend the left knee. If you're on your belly, bend your left knee, draw the foot towards your bum using a strap or your hands. Again, the top of the foot, either on the mat or turning the foot out. For me, top of the foot works the best. We're picking up the hips, tucking the pelvis forward, placing the hips back down. And from here, you don't have to go far to feel that stretch. So maybe just leaning back slightly, pulling the belly in, with forearms to the ground. Shooing mosquitoes if you need to. If it's there for you and you're not lifting the knee, then laying all the way back. Using the hands, inhale, bring yourself back up. Keep the legs as they are. If you can, if you're on your belly, just stay there. Exhale, folding forward. I can hear the rain coming. I can smell it too. I can feel the temperature changing. And inhale, coming back up. We'll extend both legs, soles of the feet together. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, you're folding forward. Release the hands. Allow the tension to wash away like the rain. I guess my mat needs a little wash today. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. We're going to lie on our backs. Coming into happy baby. And now we're going to move into our final pose. Extend your legs long. If you want to do legs against the wall as an option, that is an option. Breathe gently, like you're falling asleep. So Shavasana, final pose, is laying on the back. I'm not demonstrating it because the rain is here right now. You're laying on your back, palms facing up. With each exhale, release a little more tension of the body. Really let go. Feeling the earth support you. Maybe you're feeling the rain. Allowing the sounds to be there. As the rain starts to subside and the sun is returning again, let's return to our body, return to our breath. Deepening your breath. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And then when you're ready, roll to your right side. From this position, fetal position, we're bringing ourselves up to a seated position. Sitting cross-legged, legs long, even in the chair if you wish. We'll bring our hands to prayer. Sit up nice and tall. We'll finish our practice with 3 breaths to the heart. Come to the bottom of your exhale. Together we inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale to the heart. And exhale. Inhale to the heart. And exhale. Now before we open the eyes, we started this practice with a little dedication towards someone we love. And again, I want you to just give a little thanks on how this person has contributed to your life and the people of the lives around you. You could also think about how you've contributed to their life, maybe giving them love and some sweetness in their life. Slowly opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me in practice today. I hope you found some benefit. Namaste. So those who've joined me regularly yoga in the gardens, as I said, the rainy season is now approaching, so it may have to shift. Also, quarantine is really starting to shift here as well in Trinidad, so I might start doing some live classes, but was thinking of recording the classes and posting them later. So maybe not live stream, but weekly posts still. If you have a garden and it's spring or nice by you or rainy season's coming, it might be the right time to start to get there in the garden and do some digging and plant some seeds. Today in my garden, I'm going to go look at my bok choy or pak choy. I planted some last week and came back, and the ants had eaten about half of them, the butchuck, which are these leaf-cutting ants that are present. So I put them in a little water moat and elevated on some rocks so that the ants had to swim, which ants are not good swimmers. So hopefully they have a surviving chance. I'm going to go check out my bok choy. But again, I encourage you to spend some time in your garden. If you have it, if you don't, maybe go to a park, get a little green space. If you have any comments or feedback about our practice, or like something, or like to see something repeated, please let me know. And also, as I put in the post, my income is still pretty scarce. I'm trying to find new means to find more of a revenue, but if you are financially able to contribute to these classes, I very much am thankful for that. Enjoy your day. Love.